enlightenment to the truth. And the word Buddha means enlightenment, common noun. Buddha with a lowercase b, Buddha means simply enlightenment. And when we say the Buddha, B with a capital letter means the historical Buddha. So we use the Buddha as the enlightened one to Shakyamuni, Starta, Gautama Starta. You've heard of that, haven't you? You took that part, haven't you? In the Buddhism as part of world religions, right? Okay. So Buddhism these days, there are, in China alone, there are like 14 different sects of Buddhism. And these days the most prominent one is Zen Buddhism, which started in China. And the Huayan Buddhism and Tiantai Buddhism, those three are. And also what is called Tantrism, Buddhist Tantrism too. They recite certain mantras, and they think that they create a certain miraculous power which can force the course, and you achieve your own goal, the wish. Tantrism, quite similar in a sense to the Christianity, praying to a certain power. Zen Buddhism, no. Now, we just read in the Master Chung's Dharma words. I'm going to comment only a couple of things on this. The section 53 says, the Master said, an ancient saying has it that your mind should be as deep as the vast blue sea. Your mouth should be as heavy as Mount Kunlun. There's a mountain called Kunlun in China, okay? Not Korea. In other words, when you use your mind, keep it as deep as the blue sea so that no one can fathom it. And when you use your mouth, keep it as heavy as a Mount Kunlun. The greater person you become internally, the more difficult it will be to fathom the scope of your mind. A small vessel can easily be filled with water, and soon the water overflows. A great vessel always leaves a margin. This depicts the personality of a Buddha, the real Buddha. His mind is so deep, and when that person sits beside you, you can never figure out, because he has only two eyes, one nose, 2 ears, one mouth, and he eats as others. He talks. You can never fathom how deep that enlightened person's mind is. Also, the mouth is very heavy. Who said that? Was it Benjamin Franklin who said, stupid person has his heart in the mouth? Oh yes, it was Benjamin Franklin in a small almanac. Stupid person, foolish one has his heart where? In his mouth. And enlightened, wise person has his mouth in the heart. Are you with me? If you look around, a lot of troubles, conflicts, unhappiness, all are traceable to misuse of your tongue. This 3-inch long tongue can be the creator of great blessings and also great misery too. By a slip of a tongue, sometimes you create an enemy the rest of your life. Is that correct? Oh yes. But if you use your mouth well or tongue well, sometimes you change an enemy to your friend. You see? Your friend. So you have to be very, very careful with your tongue. And look at what's going on in the world. I mean, even the political arena, economic, all wherever. And some people whose mind is not very deep thinks very shallow. Sometimes a certain idea comes to his or her brain, her mind, then spits out and make decisions. And very often, if you don't think deep, wise ones, real wise ones, sometimes think 10 times and speak once. Are you with me? Those foolish ones think once, as soon as certain idea comes, spit out. That's the difference between wise ones and stupid ones, foolish ones. This is related to how deep your mind, your thinking, your thought should be profound and deep. Before you make a judgment on an important issue, you have to think it very carefully. What would happen if I decided this? If you're not sure about that, then consult with other more knowledgeable person who may know the ups and downs of all the issues. And without consulting the wise ones or experienced ones, you will end up with making a big mistake. Big mistake. So we have to train ourselves so that to keep our thought, in this case mind, it's the same thing as thought. Your thought should be very profound, deep. Examine both ways and so on. You know, David Hume, the Scottish philosopher, said, our reason is blind. While Descartes, Spinoza, Leibniz said, true knowledge comes from our reason. So those philosophers are called rationalists. While John Locke, Berkeley, and Hume are called empiricists. What they said is this, especially John Locke said, our mind is like a tabula rasa, empty slate. It's an empty sheet of paper, nothing is there. That's what we are born with. So by experience and learning, you start writing something on it. And thereby you accumulate knowledge. And the knowledge is power. You know that? Knowledge is really power. I have experienced many of them. Because of ignorance of certain things, sometimes lost a lot of money, okay? And also got like a physical wound, you know. So at this point, I think I agree with empiricists, even though Immanuel Kant said both sides are only partly right. In certain situations, like your household problem, like your shower or your kitchen faucet and so on, there could be a very little thing. If you simply correct it, all the problem will be solved. If you don't know it, sometimes you have to hire a plumber, paying a lot of money. That's what I did once. It's a so simple thing. All this comes from experience. You see? Reason is blind. So, now, even those Buddhist masters, enlightened ones, they claim they have wisdom. However, they don't know how to make a pencil. They don't know how to fix a broken kitchen faucet. They don't know. They must learn from specialists. Are you with me? So the Buddhist concept of wisdom is special. It's something concerned with the ultimate truth of the universe. Whether this universe is eternal or not eternal, or there is anything real in the world, those are the questions which Buddhist wisdom will talk about. We just read in Heart Sutra, Prajna Paramita, perfection of wisdom, talks about